At Spanish Cove, we're dedicated to help our residents lead their most active and independent lifestyle possible. One of the tools that we use is the InBody 370. It gives us their lean body analysis, gives them their basal metabolic rate, and really helps us to look at muscle mass for how well they are aging actively. I'd like to introduce you to Bill and Helen Gillespie, two of our residents who have lived at Spanish Cove for a number of years and have really benefited from the use of the InBody. Bill and Helen worked out at the Healthy Living Center in Oklahoma City, and prior to moving into Spanish Cove, they wondered how our fitness center and our exercise classes would compare to theirs at the Healthy Living Center. And one of the biggest challenges for them was they were very, very active at the Healthy Living Center, and they wanted to make sure that they would be as active at Spanish Cove. Do you have a little you want to add to that, Helen?
Well, it is true. I was concerned. It's not the same equipment, not the same facility, and that we would be able to maintain. I was sure that we would be driving back to Oklahoma City every day to go to the gym. Well, I came, and the classes are substantial here. They are much equal to what we were doing and far more appropriate for the age that we were doing. The Healthy Living Center with a slightly younger group than we were, and we needed some of the things that would promote our health right here. And then Debbie had the InBody machine that she suggested would be a tool for beginning to learn where we were and how we would proceed and be headed.
Yes, one of the things that Helen asked is, do you think you can keep us as active and as healthy and strong as we are right now? And what I asked Helen is, well, I don't know where you are right now. So we utilize the InBody to look at muscle mass segmentally, right arm, right leg, core, and really gave us a roadmap to build on and look at. And what we were able to do is test them before they moved into Spanish Cove.
8 years ago.
8 years ago. And then every year we follow up and test again. And then the most amazing thing actually happened this year. And the neat thing about this machine is it is brutally honest. It will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Or in Bill and Helen's case, a lot of good news. But it also has recommendations. If you need more muscle mass in your right arm, or you need to maybe lose a little bit of body fat or gain more muscle mass, or maybe even build a little more body fat, it will tell you what you need. And so we have been doing the InBody for the last 8 years. And this past year, when I put Helen on the machine, 8 years older than she was when she moved in, she basically was told through the machine that she had perfect scores in muscle mass on her right arm, her left arm, her trunk, her right leg, her left leg. And they did have one recommendation. They wanted her to gain 1 ounce of body fat. So I told her—
I'm working on it.
Right. I told her to eat a donut. The InBody is as accurate as a DEXA scan. And so Helen is going to get on and we are going to go through what you would see on the InBody. And we do recommend that you do this in the morning, first thing when you get up, before you have breakfast or have any coffee. And Helen, will you step on the InBody now? And
please remain still while we—
you're going to turn that heel just out just a tiny bit, that right heel. Perfect. So Helen's putting her information into the InBody, and it does track her. So all 8 years that Helen has tested, it has recorded that information, and we are able to track her progress, whether she's building muscle mass, losing muscle mass, gaining fat, looking at her water and all her information. Okay, you're good to go. We're going to hit enter.
Confirm your personal profile.
It's going to confirm her information. And Helen, are you still 86 years old?
No, I'm not.
We better edit that. How old are you, Helen?
I'm 89 momentarily.
89. Okay, so we are going to just, yep, and now you can just hit the 9 right there. Well, there we go. And hit enter. Okay, now is your personal information correct?
Yes.
Okay, so no talking or moving after this, Helen. And it is a little sensitive today. All right, we're going to pull this one up, Helen. Make sure that arm is slightly away from the body. There you go.
Your arms straight and away from
Right,
the
there we go,
torso.
Helen. And slightly away. Stand up nice and tall. No looking down.
Do not talk or move during the test.
It is scanning the body now. We're about halfway up, Helen, so great job.
InBody test is completed.
Great job. You can step down now. We'll set
Not
that
too
down.
painful.
Not too painful. That's over 100% muscle mass in each leg, Helen, which is quite incredible. And look at how your percentage of muscle mass has continued to increase. As your muscle mass goes up, percentage of body fat goes down.
And so does weight.
It is weight goes down as muscle mass goes up, and percentage of body fat goes down. So that's why they said you could gain a little bit of fat and you didn't need to build any more muscle mass. And that's what gives you your basal metabolic rate. The amount of muscle and fat and water that you have makes up your basal metabolic rate, and that is uniquely yours. So we've now established a baseline utilizing the InBody, and we can take the information that we have learned through the InBody and use it to build a custom exercise and workout program for Bill and Helen. It will let us see if we need to maybe work on more muscle mass, maybe strengthening the upper body. It will let us see that maybe we need to build more muscle mass in the lower body, so that we can customize an exercise routine that would work best for the two of them, which is what we've done for the past 8 years. And the great news is everything that they have done has helped them to have the muscle mass that they need to live truly active and independent lifestyle.
Bill, I notice we've been having a lot of fun out here at Spanish Cove. What do you like to do best?
Well, I like Spanish Cove because we can do things together, and we usually do our stretch and strengthen, our
Yoga?
and our
Your favorite thing?
yes, and your exercise by music, and your treadmill, and workouts in the weight room,
And our 10,000 steps a day.
and in our 10,000 steps
Well,
a day.
don't forget, you did a lot of other activities that I didn't do.
We also did paddling, boat paddling, and we walked in the marathon, and I play pool,
Yes, you
and
do.
you go to book club,
That's right. And I do line dancing.
and you do line dancing, and it just
There's plenty
keeps
to
us
do.
busy. And there's nothing better than eating over there at noontime and talking with all your friends.
And all the good food and the ice cream.
Yes.
Once we get the InBody report, we look at it and compare it to the year before. And based on Bill and Helen's over the last 8 years, we were able to determine that mostly just continuing a program that built on strength would be the best benefit for them. So stretch and strengthen class, yoga with weight-bearing activities, and an exercise program that was cardiovascular, so walking, dragon boat paddling, things like that would help keep their heart strong and burn calories so that we didn't do what happens with normal aging a lot of times, which is the body having a lot of fat because of muscle loss or sarcopenia. So their InBodies have just continued to, their InBody report has continued to improve each year. And right now, the InBody has basically told them that everything they're doing is the absolute best they can do. They're right where they need to be, especially for the age of 90 and 89 years of life. They had no recommendations for improving muscle mass. They were exactly where they needed to be. And we do not see that very often with an older adult, especially at this age. that they did not need to build a lot more muscle mass. So things like yoga, stretch and strengthen, walking our campus, all those programs that they've been participating in have truly helped them to have a great InBody score.
And there's not much sitting around out here.